We talking rom-com, we talking action, we talking drama and movie classics. Whatever you want, yo, we have it. Cause we talking movies on the podcast. So I married a film critic. So I married a film critic. So I married a film critic. Hey honey, I just want to talk about the movie like casually. You don't have to bring up the cinematography. Honestly, let's just talk about like how the characters were fun. Married a film critic. So I married a film critic.
Welcome to So I Married a Film Critic, a discussion between a professional film critic and lecturer and me, his wife of over 20 years, who just likes to watch movies for fun. I'm your co-host, Julia.
This is Barry the Film Critic. Hello, everyone.
And I suckered Barry into watching one of my favorite movies.
How did you sucker me in? It wasn't like a Danny Ocean con. You just said, can I watch Legends of the Fall? Like, oh, God.
Yes.
Whatever.
Legends
sure.
of the Fall from 1994. But I've been wanting to watch this one for a while, and you're always like, no.
Well, I remember the last time we watched it, it was on a long flight, and this is back when I had my little portable DVD player, and we had earbuds in, but still, you know, a plane is so loud, I think we had the little subtitles on, and we had this little kid sitting next to us. He was a really sweet little boy. It's kind of a weird story. He and I kept in touch for a couple years afterwards. We exchanged information. It was like a pen pal situation. Really sweet kid. He was going to Hawaii for the first time. But he was sitting next to us, so occasionally he'd be looking over our shoulder and there'd be all like smoochy stuff. I'd be like, I don't know if your mom really wants you watching Legends of the Fall before you enter Hawaiian zone.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. It was, to be fair, in our defense, it was a really small screen.
The last time we watched this movie, we were corrupting a perfectly good little kid.
Okay. Well,
where did you learn about the birds and the bees? Well, I was on a flight, and these weirdos sitting next to me watching Legends of the Fall on their little screen.
He already knew about the birds and the bees. Come on.
He was young.
Okay.
And I remember the reason I remember this kid really quickly. The reason like I kept in touch with him, he like kind of knocked me out of. He was one of the big reasons I got over my fear of flying.
Aw.
Because this kid, like, because he noticed I was clutching my chair. He's like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You shouldn't be." And like he was so practical about it. I was like, "Yeah." Like, what am I doing? Yeah,
how old was he?
I mean, he was a boy, like maybe 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
no, he did not know about the things that are
right.
Legends of the Fall.
Okay, well, do you remember the first time you saw this movie? Because I might have been in high school, college. I don't know.
Yeah, I do remember because it was the trailer for this thing was in front of everything. I'm like, oh no, the Legends of the Fall trailer again. And it, you know, the trailer ends with the music to Last of the Mohicans. So like whenever I hear that music, I always think of this freaking movie, even though this movie has very different music by James Horner. But yeah, the film, like it's one of these things where I think if I got my film history right, it was made before Interview with the Vampire, but they very wisely held on to it, so they released it after Interview with the Vampire. Like, let's wait till Brad Pitt becomes huge, and boy, did that work. Because this thing opened in 95, and I avoided it. I'm like, I don't want to see Legends of the Fall. The reviews were not good for it, but it opened up big.
You were not the demographic for this film.
No, I could care less. Look, this actor, I gotta say, like, it was the same year. So Legends of the Fall was the beginning of 1995. I'm like, great. He's on the cover of every magazine. He's got long locks. I don't care. This is not acting. But he winds up doing 12 Monkeys and 7 at the end of the year. And I'm like, okay.
Then you got some respect for Brad Pitt.
Well, not only that, I became a fan. I'm like, okay, this is interesting because this performance in this movie, I'm sorry, but it doesn't hold up. This movie does not hold up.
Yes, it does.
Okay, well, we'll get into that.
Okay, well.
So anyway, yeah. So I didn't see it until video cassette.
This would probably explain my obsession with Western epics now.
Really? This is where it started?
Probably. I can't think of another movie.
So the reason you're watching Yellowstone and every other thing on Paramount Plus right now, it essentially began with
I think
this.
it probably started with Legends of the Fall.
You can't name a John Wayne movie, can you?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Started with freaking Tristen and the
Yeah.
Ludlow family.
Yeah.
That's where it began for you. I'm so sad right now.
And it takes place in Montana. Come on, full circle.
How is that full circle?
Yellowstone and all their
All their
stories.
shenanigans.
All their
Yes.
stories are in Montana.
Taylor Sheridan's great. This is Jim Harrison. Jim Harrison, who I always mix up with Jim Garrison, the New Orleans DA who tried to prove that JFK was actually, that it was a conspiracy, how he was assassinated. Different dude.
Wow.
Jim Harrison, not Jim Garrison. Jim Harrison, I think he probably compared himself, and I would see this too just from reading some of his stuff. I haven't read the novella that this is based on, but Jim Harrison, very much about masculinity and what it means to be a man and the legacy of a man. I think he probably saw himself as an Ernest Hemingway type of writer, and a lot of his stuff deals with that. This is probably his most famous work. I don't know why.
Well, okay. All right, so if you're going to compare this to Taylor Sheridan stuff, I will say that the characters are not as lived in as Taylor Sheridan stuff.
No.
We don't really know what's going on with them. This movie has the letter writing voiceovers.
Yes.
And that's really the only, I mean, I will get into it, but there's like one conversation where the characters get vulnerable, and then all we know is from these letters.
Right.
So it does get some negative marks for me because of that.
Yeah. It's a great literary choice. In literature, that's great. That's Dracula, right? It's all a bunch of letters and correspondences. Here, I mean, these are not characters. These are emojis with old-timey facial hair.
Okay, let's get into the story.
Sure.
All right. So our movie opens with Colonel William Ludlow, played by Anthony Hopkins, and he's sick of the betrayals of the U.S. government that they perpetuated on the Native Americans, and he leaves the army. So after being in the Indian Wars and, leading troops, he's like, what is happening? I don't believe in this anymore. And so he takes his family and goes to a remote part of Montana, along with one Stab, who's played by Gordon Tusis, who is one of his Cree friends who just basically decides to stay loyal to him forever. And then there's another family that lives with them. We have Decker, his wife, Pet, and their daughter, Isabel, too. And then he has a wife named Isabel and 3 sons. So we basically get to watch these boys grow up, and it's all about the brothers.
It feels like it's happening in real time.
And so we have one Stab who opens up the film talking about...
That is his name.
Yes.
It's his Native American name.
Yes.
And do we ever get the story of what? No. We don't know why it's 1 stab and not 2. Maybe you only need 1 stab and that's all you need. 1 good shiv.
Well...
But we never know why he's called
That's
that.
true. And we don't even know why he decides... I'm guessing he decides to stay with Colonel Ludlow because of his stance against the United States. And
sure, he's the one liberal in Montana at this point in time. Sure, maybe. But I mean, we never know why Decker's wife is called Pet. Is that a term of endearment, or her name is actually Pet?
Yeah, I don't know, but
that doesn't make you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and by the way, the character has nothing to do.
I know. I think
it's just reaction shots.
I think it's the first time I watched it with the subtitles, and I was like, "Oh God, her name is Pet. That's strange." And then they named their daughter after the colonel's wife. Anyways.
And what's her name?
Isabel. And Isabel 2.
Isabel 2, right.
Okay.
Well done, Jim Harrison.
Okay, so Tristen is the dad's favorite. And so one Stab, he's telling this story as an old man by a fire. And he's like, I have all the letters.
Those poor bastards who are sitting by the fire listening to this.
Somehow he got all the letters from all the family members because everybody died at the end. And he's just telling the legend of how this family started and fell disgrace, right?
Well, depends.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Okay. So the thing is, like, so the Isabel, the mom, she can't handle the Montana winter, so she's like, I'm just gonna leave for the winter and then I'll come back. And when she leaves, she never comes back. So I think that's like a huge trauma for these boys. 'Cause
Yeah,
she leaves before they become adults.
It feels like a plot device because she has no inner life. And late in the film, she turns up again. There's no commentary on that. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Like, and there's so much storytelling in this movie. There's so many edits to these quick bits that go by so fast, and it looks like they spent millions putting them together. You do get the sense that maybe there's like a 4-hour version of this movie that got cut down.
Ooh, I would see that.
Yes, you would. I don't doubt that.
Okay, so One Stab talks about how Tristen was always looking for death. You don't do that unless you have a severe mother wound. That's all I'm saying. He has been wounded by his mom abandoning them. I think that's part of this story that goes unrealized.
You're psychoanalyzing Tristen right now.
I am.
So Tristen is played by Brad Pitt.
But before that, he gets into a bear situation when he's a kid.
Played by the real star of this movie, Bart the Bear, folks. Bart the Bear is in this movie.
I know. He basically goes, like, the bear is sleeping, and he goes up to it, and then the bear tries to attack him, and he cuts off one of his nails, one of his claws.
Yeah.
And so...
Really good acting by Bart the Bear, folks.
Yes.
You should all know, this is the Brando of bears. He's been in a lot of movies.
He's got really good lip quivers.
Yeah.
I don't know how they trained him to do that, but
it's all part of his process.
Yeah.
He's very internal.
Exactly.
And I looked at his resume this morning.
You did.
I did. And I got to say, like, I thought it's pretty funny because, like, you know, it's like Legends of the Fall. He's in another Anthony Hopkins movie, The Edge. He's got a big role in that one. He's like top billed in that one. But, like, in Benji the Hunted, it says uncredited. I love that he's like, you know, that was kind of silly. I'm embarrassed about that one.
I don't need to get paid.
It's
did
fine,
you guys
guys.
a favor.
Yeah, it's cool.
But One Stab says once you spill the blood of an animal, then you guys like kind of join souls. So now Tristen has a bear inside of him.
Does that explain my relationship with my Maltese?
Did you spill her blood?
No, but didn't you like clip her nails once and it didn't go well?
Oh,
so you did.
Man.
Yeah, you totally did. No wonder
Bring up
we.
my trauma of cutting the quick on her.
My sweet little tiny little dog and I
That
are
means-
one.
No, that means her and I are one if I did it.
Oh, but considering how Bart the Bear and Tristen wind up at the end of the movie,
No, that's true.
your days are numbered.
All right.
That's why Charlotte looks at you like you'll get your time.
So this was the first time watching it where I was like, oh my gosh, more letters? I wrote you every day for a year, you know?
Well, this is the age of that.
This
is that Byron age of romanticism where people are using quills to write each other their, sweet nothings.
I know. Don't you kind of miss that, though? Do you kind of miss getting letters from people?
It hasn't ended for me.
I know.
I still write.
No, I know. But do you get mail? I know you send mail.
No, but you see my stacks and stacks of notebooks. No, I'm a pen and paper guy.
Are you mailing that stuff to people?
I mail letters all the time. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Letters and cards.
If you guys want a letter from us, just kidding.
If you really want my autograph, I will give that to you. It will be worth something in about 4 decades.
Okay, so now we have the boys are grown up. We have Aiden Quinn, who plays the oldest boy.
You don't even know his name, do you?
Alfred. And then we have Brad Pitt playing Tristen.
We know that. Yes.
And Henry Thomas playing Samuel.
Yes.
Yeah. I like this casting.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you like all those actors?
Of course. Yeah, this is probably Aiden Quinn's most well-known performance, and it's probably his best, too,
Really?
I gotta say. He's great in this. Yeah, he's terrific
He's never done a better movie?
No, God, he's done so much better films, but his acting in this is terrific. Oh, Lord, no. No, he's been... this is garbage. No, he's been in great movies.
Where he sucks? What?
No. He's been in great movies where he's pretty good, but I mean, this is a great performance in a bad film. He has a scene in the middle of the movie where he stands up for, I'm really jumping ahead, where he stands up for Julia Armand.
Yes.
Yeah, that scene is so good.
Yeah.
It towers above this movie. His performance is really something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his acting, I mean, he should have been up for Best Supporting Actor for this. He really should.
And what about Anthony Hopkins?
What? No, Hopkins himself has said, he did an interview that's like, I was a ham sandwich in that one. And you know what? He's right. He was a ham sandwich in this movie.
Oh, that makes me sad.
People are so, it's very divided. People, like, either they look at it like, he's so moving in this film, and what a brave portrayal of someone who has a stroke. Others say, this is embarrassing. Yeah, people are really, to this day, they're still divided about how they feel about his performance.
Okay, but before the stroke, I think he's great.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more of a concept than a character. I mean, you said it. Like, there's no inner life to these people. It's a soap opera. It is, and it's not the Young and the Restless. It's the Bold and the Beautiful. It's not even a good soap opera.
All right. Well, all right. Let's see. Now, so we have years later, now that the boys are older and Tristan's inner bear has been calmed.
You say that with a straight face.
Samuel returns from Harvard University with his fiancée Susanna, played by Julia Armand.
And her film, film debut, was it? Because I know Sabrina came out around the same time. But yeah, this was like the age of Julia Armand.
Yeah, I love her in this.
She's great.
The only thing I feel like that bothers me about her performance is she bites her nails way too much. There's only one scene where I feel like it's merited. And she is waterworks almost the entire time.
Yeah, that is what the character is.
I know, but
wouldn't you bite your nails incessantly if you were on a movie set with Brad Pitt and Anthony Hopkins?
Yes, I mean, sure.
That's probably, I mean, they probably just caught her like doing this stuff like off. It's like, she doesn't even know we're filming her.
Okay, so she gets off the train with Samuel and meets Alfred for the first time, and Alfred is just smitten right away. And then, of course,
I gotta say, Aidan Quinn and Brad Pitt both had baby blues. That they're brothers. We could see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's wrong with Samuel?
He's adorable, but I mean, the idea. I mean, it's well cast because like it or not, Henry Thomas will always be the boy from E.T. Like it or not. No. I'm sorry, and he's a terrific actor. He is, but like, I mean.
He's the quintessential baby brother that the dad is always like, take care of your baby brother.
Yes, his boyishness makes him ideal for this role.
Yeah, because no one thinks he can handle himself.
He's not a romantic rival, whereas Aidan and Pitt clearly are.
Yeah. So do you think the older brothers are like, dude, how did he score?
Yes, and I'm still wondering myself.
That's because she hadn't met the other brothers. If she had met all three of them at the same time, she never would have picked Samuel.
Do you think she settled with Samuel, and then as soon as she got to the ranch and she saw the brothers, she's like, "Oh, this is great."
No, I don't think she settled.
These guys are going to be fighting about me for
the
decades.
rest of my life.
This is great. No, it's never going to be boring here.
Well, I think what happened since they met in college, he probably, like, away from his family, he had a different... like when you're the baby or whatever, whoever you are in your family, when you leave, you come into your own. So he probably had more of a confidence.
Do you think he helped her cheat on a test? How on earth did these two wind up?
I don't know.
It is a valid question. That in itself would be an interesting movie.
Yeah, how they fell in love.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. When he talks to Tristen about her, he's like, she has these ideas, and I think they had more of a cerebral connection at first, and maybe had become friends, and then it was like, hey, let's do this. But then when she met the family, she was like, okay, I have made a mistake. But she never would have met them if it weren't for Samuel.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of neither here nor there, but yeah. So then when she does meet Tristen, and Tristen always speaks to One Stab in his Cree language, and so we don't always know what he's saying. What do you think he says to him?
What he says to One Step?
Yeah, because he meets Susanna and is like, I hope you and Ugly here have like a really great life or something. And then he says something.
Should we mine in a week? Watch this.
She'll be mine in a week. You know, and One Stab is just like,
Yep, that checks out.
Well, when you're the favorite and you're the wild one,
Yeah.
you know, and the only blonde one.
Yes, yeah, long blonde hair. Like
You
the mom.
know, so I don't know. He stands out. All right. This synopsis says One Stab can notice the burning fire between Tristen and Susanna right when they meet.
Did Jim Harrison write the synopsis? Jeez. The burning fire. Next on The Bold and the Beautiful.
I don't know. So Susanna shows up. Now, I do love this part of the film. You know, this is where it's like they're having dinner together. They're doing activities. They're playing tennis. They're riding horses. She's learning how to shoot. She meets the other family. She meets Isabel too. Isabel too confides in her that one day she's going to marry Tristen, and Susanna's like, oh, well, then we'll be sisters, you know? So it does feel very like family and like a happy time. Because
Yeah, this is the only part of the movie where anyone's smiling. And this part goes away pretty quickly.
you know, and I do love it when she plays the piano and Samuel's singing. It's just like really sweet.
Horribly.
He is singing bad.
The brothers, I'm always trying to get a read on what Tristan's thinking. It's just like,
Yeah.
any minute now, I'm going to swoop in and take this girl away from you. Because, man, this is agony, making me sit through this.
I know. Okay, so before they can marry, now they're learning about World War I and how, you know, the Kaiser is taking over Britain and all this stuff. But before that, Samuel and Tristen have like one conversation where he basically tells him, you know, he's like, are you guys waiting until you get married to have sex? And he's like, no, we're not going to wait. And he's like, well, are you worried you're not going to like be good enough or something? And I'm like, wow, Tristen.
Oh, I kept waiting for the conversation to go further. Like, okay, because if you need me to like draw some pictures in the sand, or do you need me to teach her some things? Because I just need a few minutes alone with her, and you'll be good, I promise. You'll never see her again, but
I can take over for you if you want. It's totally fine. But so they actually never do consummate their relationship.
do we know that though?
Yeah, because he writes her a letter and he says, I'm sorry we never got to be together the way we planned.
The way we planned, though, I think he was talking about long term. I don't think he was talking about intimacy.
I think he's talking
You don't
about...
think something happened in college?
No, because he tells Tristen...
He might have some skills, which might be the reason she went with him to Montana.
No, they were both...
Oh, man.
He tells Tristen they're both virgins. So, you know, there you go. And then, this goes back to my point that this conversation between Samuel and Tristen is really like the only real conversation I think we get in this whole movie that's not like melodramatic.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
No, I like...
Or that moves the plot along.
No, that's interesting, Jules, because that was always the thing about Pulp Fiction. It opens up with these two hitmen, they're driving to a job and they're talking about cheeseburgers. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, this is real life, because most mob movies, let alone hitman movies, they're talking about technique, they're talking about the target, they're talking about the mark, the money. But no, in real life, because I'm a hitman, in real life, we talk about other things. And in this case,
like, you know what? I'm starving.
but you're absolutely right. Like, it is interesting because, yeah, you're right. It's not a function of the plot. It's one of the few moments where it's like, okay, these are real people having real conversation. It's not strictly about about, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It feels organic. It feels like a real conversation that Brad Pitt would have with Henry Thomas.
Yeah, yeah. So it is one of my favorite parts of the whole film. Is not just this conversation, but the whole pre-war stuff.
Got it.
So now Samuel just to like fast forward a little bit, he is like, I need to do my duty, you know. And of course, Colonel Ludlow is like, ugh, you guys, no, you don't. I brought you out here so that we could be peaceful. You don't even know anybody in Britain, you know. And they're like, we've already lost 2 cousins. He's like, that you've never even met. He's very like, this is stupid. You're going to go there. You're going to get yourselves killed.
Yeah, we came here to get away from this.
Exactly. And so, long story short, Samuel's like, I'm enlisting. And so then Alfred is like, all right, well, I guess I'm enlisting. And then the dad is like, Tristen, go keep your brother safe, you know? And so Tristan's like, I guess I'm enlisting. Yeah.
What is he going to do? Dodge? I mean, is he going to like get in front of a gun for them? It's funny. It's such a funny idea, you know, that the older brother would go there to basically protect his 2 younger brothers.
No, Tristan's the middle.
But he has a function like he's the oldest.
Yes. The dad treats him like that.
No, you're right. Yeah, because obviously Aiden's young. You're right. Aiden, yeah, Alfred is the oldest, but Tristen has that older brother thing.
Yes. Well, he's the favorite. And this is why...
And from the audience, too, I reckon.
You know what? I'm not going to make any apologies for that. The guys go to war. It's horrible. I mean, do we really need to explain this part? I mean, they're sending letters back to the dad and Susanna, just talking about how it's worse than they thought it would be. And Alfred, he gets injured, and then Samuel was just going to be like, he just wanted to go to translate, but then one of the guys is like, hey, I can't go to the front. Can you go? And he ends up going, and this is horrible. He ends up getting gassed, so he can't see. He gets caught in the wires, and then, the Germans come over, and they just use their machine gun and kill him. And so Tristen, he's out there looking for him, and he pulls him off the wires and is just devastated, obviously. And then the way one stab taught him, he cuts out his brother's heart.
He was hungry.
And then, hey, and then he curses God in that moment.
Yeah.
And so he sends the heart home with Alfred, and he's like, I'm not coming home right now. So
if I was the Colonel, I'd be like, where's the rest of the body?
Yeah.
We're going to bury this?
I know. So he tells him like where to bury him and all this stuff. And so Alfred's still healing from his injury, and Susanna's still at the house. And so, you know, it's a perfect time for Alfred to make his move.
Wow.
I know. And he does tell Susanna, like, I loved my brother, but I also love you. Like, we could build a life together. And Susanna's just like, I don't know. You're not Tristen, basically.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, I admire her just like not settling for, you know, because she could have at that moment been like, yeah, okay. Because she's just been like hanging out with the dad and all the other people for a while.
Yeah, I can't see her ending up with the Colonel.
Oh, no. The Colonel and Isabel are still married. They just don't live together.
Right.
Yeah. That was never going to happen. No, Colonel Ludlow was never inappropriate with her.
No, he's a gentleman.
Yeah, definitely. Now, at some point, Tristen, he comes home from war.
Boy, does he ever.
Now,
a fleet of horses, right? Is it horses?
No. He comes home by himself. Doesn't he comes home with horses later? The second time he comes
I'm thinking
home.
of the second time?
Yeah.
All right, because it's like, this guy only knows how to make a big entrance.
No, that I know. I was thinking about that. This time when he comes home, it's just him on a horse.
Okay.
It's the second time is when he's gone for like 10, 15 years, he comes back with horses. He comes home and he's like weeping beside Samuel's grave, like, I couldn't save him. And of course, Susanna is there to comfort him. And then that's it. Now they're together. Can't say I'm surprised that this happened.
The body, or I should say the heart, is barely cold when all this happens.
I know. She comforts him and they become lovers.
Comfort. That's quite the euphemism.
I know. And then a jealous Alfred confronts Tristen. No, he doesn't.
More comforting.
No, he doesn't comfort him. But okay, so Tristen and Susanna consummate their relationship, and boy, do they ever. That was probably the scene on the airplane that you were like, no.
There were a couple of those
Yeah.
scenes, but anyway.
And so then the next morning, Alfred is like, are you going to marry her? And he's like, what? And make an honest woman out of her? And he's like, yes! And I was like, did he hear them? Like, did the whole house hear?
Of course they did. It's Montana. There's nothing going on where they are. It's a ranch. They don't have neighbors. That's all they heard. There's no TV. There's no radio. Of course they heard the whole thing.
Like, everybody is like, oh, Tristen and Susanna. Okay, now we see where this is going. Tristen is like, yeah, if she'll have me. And of course, Alfred is just like, oh, if she'll have you. Like, all she's wanted is you. You know? Oh, yeah. And Alfred is like, he says something really horrible, like, you wanted Samuel to die so you could have Susanna. And Tristen is like,
That checks.
because you loved Samuel, I will forgive you for that. But if you ever say anything like that to me again, we are not brothers. And then that this is like the beginning of their big rift.
Right.
Actually, I think the beginning of their rift was right before the war when Susanna tells Tristen, like, please don't let please keep Samuel from going to the war. And they hug and they have this kind of like intimate moment. They don't really kiss, but Alfred catches them. And so Alfred thinks that they have had a thing this whole time, which maybe they have. She did. But then she tells Alfred, Samuel's the one I loved. But I think she's just saying that. I think she just had something for Tristen.
I think the emotional affair began the moment she met Tristen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When he dipped his hat at her and the little dew of water came off of it and he smiled
I
at her
know,
and she
isn't
was
that
gone.
a great part?
Are you blushing right now? This is disgusting.
We're getting a little bit, like, now we have some hunting stuff, like the bear comes back.
Oh, Bart.
And Tristen, he can't bring himself to shoot the bear. And that's when One Stab is like, that's because, like, they share a soul, basically. And then he finds a calf, like, caught in razor wire, and it reminds him of his brother.
Yeah.
And then after that moment, I think the PTSD from the war and Samuel's death and the responsibility that was put on him to keep Samuel safe, I mean, he just, like, emotionally evaporates. And he packs up to leave and isn't even going to tell anybody. And Susanna's like, were you going to tell me? And he's like, I gotta go. She's like, what if I was pregnant? Would you still leave? And he's like, yes. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. So he leaves, and I don't know how long he was gone, but I probably should have. I guess with all the letters, we could have figured it out. But I think he's gone at least 10 years.
Something
don't you think?
like that.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a long time. And when One Stab is narrating, he's like, and then a winter came, and then another spring, and then another winter, and then another spring. And you're like, oh my gosh. You know, Alfred has already left. He moved to Helena. He's, like, in the city. He's making a name for himself, you know, in business and politics and everything. And Susanna's just, like, hanging out, waiting for him. And finally, he's gone so long that her and Alfred get together. But we don't get to see that part. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's on purpose?
I don't think the audience is into that. I think they want to see her wind up with Pitt.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of the movie just spinning its wheels, even more than it already is.
Oh. Because I would like to know if any part of her actually loved Alfred.
No, he's safe in a very similar way to Samuel.
Yeah.
It's a safe choice. You know, the
But what's the alternative? You're with somebody who's not even around.
The alternative is after Samuel dies, you leave this ranch and these insane people forever, and you start a new life.
Yeah,
That's what you do.
You're right. You're right. She should have done that. And they do say in the letters that she should have left.
Yeah.
But the weather, a freak snowstorm kept her there.
Oh my gosh.
You can't plan these things. If the snow is on the train tracks, you can't leave. So.
You got me there.
Okay. This is the thing I did notice, though, is everybody is always waiting for Tristen to come back.
Yes, but as is the audience, though. We get it. We get it.
are the family members us? Like they're the...
You need to ask yourself when you watch a movie, who is the audience? We are the invisible audience members. So who are we? When it's the Lord of the Rings, we're a hobbit. When we're watching Star Wars, we're a member of Han Solo's crew. You know, when it's Gone with the Wind, we're part of that family. So yeah, sometimes, because the question of perspective comes from where the camera is. So yeah, we're a member of the Ludlow family. We're like Pet and Decker. We're like those guys.
We're like Isabel too. We're like, we're gonna marry that guy.
Yeah, as soon as that dude comes back, we're marrying the blonde dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean we're because I mean so much of this film is in that ranch house. It's so much of the movie is just about all the shenanigans that happen there.
Yeah.
Like a soap opera.
I know. So Susanna does vow to wait for Tristen, but then that doesn't happen. Tristen leaves Montana. This does for several years. I think he's gone longer than several years. And he takes a boat around the world. I mean, eventually he's like, what, the captain of a boat? Who knows? He goes to New Guinea.
These scenes don't make any sense. There's no sense of what is happening. I mean, not to jump too far ahead, but I mean, maybe 15 minutes later when he comes back, he's giving somebody this necklace made out of teeth. He's like, I got this from this tribe, and I killed this shark, and I made a teeth necklace for you. And I'm going, why didn't we see that? That's the movie I want to see.
Okay, I thought it was kind of funny because he sends a letter, and one of his letters, I think, to One Stab, he's like, they're animals that you've never even heard of. And then it shows a zebra. I'm like, it's a zebra. What are you talking about?
But the fact that we are...
I mean, maybe in 1915, no one had seen zebras in America. I don't know.
The exotic zebra.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, okay.
This is like if the Indiana Jones movies were strictly about his life as a teacher.
Oh.
So what did you do this weekend? Nothing. Is that an arrow sticking out of your ass? No.
But we see Tristen full on having a panic attack? I don't know what's happening in that scene. I
think Pitt was just overworked at that point. They're like, keep rolling, keep rolling. It's like having a full meltdown on the set of Legends of the Fall. And then we see he's waking up on a bed with there's 3 other people in it. Again, it's like the interesting parts of the movie that the movie does not allow us into.
Well, you were like, wow, that's the saddest looking orgy I've ever seen.
Man, Tristen is such a bummer. Wherever he goes, no one's happy. No one.
No one's happy. Well, and I'm like, are they at the bottom of a boat? Like, where did they get women?
Also, yeah, what kind of crew is this?
I'm like,
is this like a sexy boat cruise?
I don't know, but it's strange. It's strange.
Is this like a Girls Gone Wild boat? And Tristen is the captain. Ahoy, everyone get all aboard. Okay.
All aboard. Yeah, so he sends her a letter that's like, all is dead as I am dead. Marry another. And that's when...
That's a Jewel song, right?
Because it could be some sad lyrics to a song. But that's when she gets that letter when Alfred comes to ask for his father's blessing to go into politics.
Right.
And then he sees Susanna crying and the colonel's like, you stay away from her. She's to be your brother's wife. And that's the scene where...
Yeah, that's a great scene. Yeah. Because Aiden kills that scene. It's because it's, I can relate. It's hard sometimes to stand up to your father, especially when it's like he's set in his ways. He has, there's certain things he will and will not hear. So this is a big moment for him. He's laying it all out for the only 2 people in his world right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good scene.
It is.
Quinn kills it.
Okay, so finally Tristen returns. And this is when he has, I don't know, 50 wild horses coming into the ranch.
It's so ridiculous.
And every time Tristen returns home, of course, One Stab feels the Tristen vibes before he sees him. And he's like, oh, something's happening. And then
do you have the Tristen vibes? You the same way? You watch this movie like, oh, Pitt's coming back in the movie.
No, but
he's
you know what?
Gone for too long.
Every time he's away from the ranch, I feel sad for them. Because they're all sad.
Everybody in this movie's sad.
I know.
Even Bart the Bear is bummed out. Everybody's sad in this thing.
So he brings the horses, and then he's like, where's father? And then this is when we see Anthony Hopkins playing post-stroke Colonel Ludlow.
Yes, which some people say this was very brave of him. He's very exacting in what he does. It's very respectful. And other people go, oh my God, no.
Someone called him his performance like Popeye and Quasimodo. Like, and I was like, dang,
man.
that's harsh.
That's so mean. I wish I had thought of that.
Because he's got a little blackboard around his neck and he writes with chalk.
Yes.
Which
It's very tragic
Yeah.
and maudlin.
it is tragic. And then Tristen is there and he just writes, "Am happy." And I'm like, oh.
Yes, yes. And you were crying too. I'm like, well, it's perfect because everybody else in this movie is crying.
It's
It might as
working.
well be you.
It was working for me.
Yes.
You know. But I'm like, Tristen, this is what happens when you're gone for too long. You know? He needed to go to therapy and instead he went around the world 25 times.
And his orgy cruise, do you blame him?
Well, I mean,
Apparently after a couple of years it gets very sad.
he abandons Susanna. He just has to go take care of himself, I guess.
She's a bummer though.
Well, she wasn't a bummer when he was around and they were together.
No, she's still a bummer because she's not playing hard to get. And that's not fun for him. He needs to be in the hunt, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're blaming her
I'm totally
for
blaming her.
his
Yeah.
lack of willing to be with her?
I'm blaming her because she's not even real. She's a character that doesn't even exist. There's such a one-note character.
Okay, well then he sees Isabel too, all grown up.
Now played by Karina Lombard, who had just finished playing Tom Cruise's One Night Stand in The Firm.
And so he's like, I brought a gift for you, this like little ring or whatever. And she's like, I'm always the little kid, you know. And then she plays it coy and like walks away. She turns her back on him. And then what? His like chase energy is activated.
Oh, big time.
And
big
he's
time.
like, I am going to get her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she doesn't come off as needy like Susanna.
Like Susanna, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
She's very confident because Susanna and the Colonel did educate her and give her, because she never went to school. I mean, I don't know if she ever left the ranch, really. Maybe she went into town a few times, but she's just, was she ever around any other kids her age? That makes me sad.
No, this character is what we call a plot device.
I guess I'm asking too many questions. Okay. So, all right. So besides the horses, they decide to get into the prohibition alcohol game because they can make a lot of money. So they're, running rum, whiskey, whatever it is, and getting just envelopes full of cash for all of this. And then he started taking business away from like the guys in the city. And the only reason they told him, they're like, the only reason we haven't killed you is because your brother is a senator. And so, okay, see, Alfred ends up saving his life more than 2 times in this film. One without even trying. Maybe Alfred is the hero.
No, he is not. How dare you? No, I mean, the interesting contrast that is not explored enough, and it's only done in these very one-note ways, is the contrast between Tristen being the wild guy versus Alfred being a staunch politician,
Well, yeah.
and wanting to be a part of a system that the Colonel recognizes is broken and unfixable.
Well, and Alfred even says it. He's like, I did everything right, and you did everything wrong, and everyone still loved you more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that's a tragic thing to say.
It is a tragic thing to say. It also feels suspiciously like a line in a movie that nobody would ever say in their life to another person.
I know.
They may think it, but they would never actually say that under any circumstance.
So when Tristen comes back from his escapades, he does go and see Susanna at her house in the city. And he doesn't want to see Alfred because he knows Alfred doesn't want to see him. But it's like immediately she's like, waterworks. Immediately. she's crying.
Well, yeah, she's been waiting for this day years and years and years, and the one day she's looking a little haggard, that's the day he comes. So that's probably why the waterworks are coming. Yeah, But in his defense, in her defense rather, his hair is a little off point. He's got that little streak going down the center. The Fabio is a little off.
Okay, I will say, when she is on the ranch with him, her hair is very curly, very nice. When she's in town, for some reason, they made it so it's straight and frizzy.
Yeah.
I mean...
That's what being married to Alfred does to you. It jacks with your hair. But when you've got, what was the word you used? When you're having a conversation with Tristen, as a euphemism, that's where your hair gets all Vidal Sassoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, conversation in quotes. Okay. Now, Tristen and Isabel too end up getting married. They have 2 children. And so the kids, they don't see Alfred and Susanna until their son, he's what, 4 or 5? And then that's when they see them again. That's crazy. They just are not a part of their lives at all.
Makes sense to me.
Really?
Tristan's trouble.
But the little guy that plays little Samuel is adorable.
Yes, he does a good job.
He does. And when Susanna is talking to him, oh man, she's trying to keep it together. I do think Julia Ormond is a brilliant actress, and her trying to hold back her tears in front of this little boy is very sad.
Yeah.
So on their way home, Tristen and is with the family and the kids. This is when the bad guys, who are also running alcohol, stop them on the road, and his wife accidentally gets shot. Ugh! This part I hate the most.
I hate it because of how clumsily staged it is.
Oh, really?
It doesn't strike me as plausible that the machine gun, which is fired into the air,
well, it
would have struck
ricochets
her.
off the rocks and hits her.
Ricochet? Is this Final Destination? Where did it ricochet off of?
They're in a canyon with tall, mountains going up the sides.
He
They're
fired it into the air, up. She was straight ahead. There's no way.
Dave,
How do you ricochet that?
on the sides.
This is like Jim Garrison. So then how did the magic bullet hit JFK, Your Honor?
I don't know, but... Okay, it is a little out there.
It is, because when they cut back to her and she's dead with a bullet wound, you're going, oh, wait a second, what did we miss? It doesn't feel plausible. It's one thing if he fired the machine gun, waved it around, but no, he shoots it into the air.
He does wave it a little bit.
Did it ricochet off the beak of a bird and then go and hit her? There's no way. I'm sorry, but that part bothers me because it's this doesn't feel merited. I understand how it's written. It's supposed to be this hurtful thing. It's hurtful because there's kids there. It's hurtful because Pet is wailing. It's hurtful because the bootleggers are awful and they're unfeeling about it. All those things are there. But I don't like the way the scene is staged. It just feels come on, Edward Zwick, the director. He could get this giant armada of horses to ride with Brad Pitt, but you can't stage this properly?
Okay, well, maybe it's the curse. The Ludlow curse. And it is a Final Destination moment for everyone who loves Tristen.
You are just going to let this movie get away with murder, aren't you? Wow, the Ludlow curse.
Well, he did curse God, and then he asked his father if he damned himself.
That's one of the last scenes in the movie. Yes, or is it right after this? Actually, are we at that point? Yeah,
we're almost there.
You're right. You're right. I mean, the movie does address that directly, so it's everything has consequences.
Yeah.
In this world,
exactly.
Unless you're Tristen.
So
you just get away with everything.
Tristen has to go to jail for 30 days because he beat the crap out of the officer who killed his wife, which merited. And then we see Susanna visits Tristen and still has feelings for him, but he kind of...
Oh man, she's ready to do all sorts of things in between the bars.
Yeah,
it's shameless.
I know. She's ready to do it right there.
And he, to his credit, recognizes you're crazy. You need to go home.
Yes, because she goes, I wanted her to die. And maybe I even wanted Samuel to die.
Yeah. The characters in this movie overshare more than they would in life.
I'm like, can you save that for your journal?
Yeah.
Don't even put it in a letter. Like, that's a private thought.
Go out into the wilderness and tell it to Bart the bear. Don't tell it to the love of your
Bart,
life.
I wanted them to die. And then he just like swipes them and kills them.
Exactly. That's how we get you.
That's how he gets you. He's like, that's a bad thought. That'd be funny. That sounds like a scene that would be in like Cocaine Bear or something.
A great double feature with this film. Sadly, Bart the bear does not play the cocaine bear.
Yeah. Okay, so after Tristen is released, like him and Decker kill everybody responsible for Isabel's death. And I actually kind of like this whole thing.
Well, it becomes a vengeance movie. Like, what is happening to this movie? It's crazy.
Well, Tristan's not going to let them get away with it.
Brad Pitt jumps down like off of a shelf like he's like Steven Seagal. He's killing people left and right. Like, this is nuts.
Yeah. He pushes a guy into a rake. Yeah. And all the while, his son Samuel is with one stab.
But he doesn't make any... Yeah, but like, even though his mentor is one stab, there's no like, one-liner. It's like, ha, you got the point now.
No.
Make that 2 stabs.
That's not... That's terrible. Okay, so all those people die. Then we have... Okay, so we're at the end.
All those people die. That's a great title for this movie.
I know. So now we have Susanna, who is... It's kind of a little bit of a montage of her, like, doing pointless things in her life, like picking out clothes, being at a party... sitting in front of her mirror, and then she cuts off her hair. We also have the police officer, sheriff. They come to the ranch because they're like, we know you killed these people. The O'Banion brothers or whatever. And they're like, we didn't come to arrest you. And so he's like, well, don't do it in front of my kid. Take me into the woods. And so we're kind of going back and forth between Susanna and this scene. And Susanna eventually just commits suicide, which when I first saw this, completely taken aback. I did not see that coming. Did you see that coming?
It didn't surprise me at this point.
Oh.
I mean, being married to Aidan Quinn will push you over the edge.
That's so horrible.
When you want Brad Pitt and you get Aidan Quinn, this is what happens.
I mean... does feel like a consolation prize, doesn't it?
That's the thing. And then you totally agree with that, because that's what this movie is. It's a little hard for me in some ways to totally engage with the hero worship of Tristen, because he's played by an actor who I'm going on 30 years of watching his work, and I love him. He's great. Mm-hmm. He's gone so past this film, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, okay, I have to go back to Thelma and Louise, because that's what we're talking about. That's how, he was the most delicious sex symbol in the universe, to a point where, people will like throw themselves at him. Like he's in that. I just saw him do F1 a few weeks ago, and I love that movie. He's fantastic in it, but it's not this. It's not this kind of performance. Yeah. So, this is so, this is like an early Tom Cruise or a new Tom Cruise movie, where the world just kind of revolves around this one character. I don't know. Some actors can pull that off. Some of it I blame Pitt's performance, but this script is...
I think it's more the script than the performances. I think the performances are great, but the script is a little surfacey.
It's too certain. Yeah, that's it exactly. Yeah. I just feel like there's not enough... Like the things that are the characters do what they do. There's no psychological justification. It's just the clockwork of the screenplay. This person has to die. This person has to live. This person has to get into this fight. This conversation has to happen so that this confrontation can happen. It's it's too much like checking off the boxes for me.
So in the end, the dad, Colonel Ludlow, he's
packing heat.
He pulls out his gun like from under his jacket, and then Aidan Quinn saves the day by shooting the sheriff.
And Quinn wins the love of his father. He's like, "Hey, murder!" I like murder.
well,
I love you, son.
Because Tristen was like jumping in front of his dad to save him, and
Right.
so Tristen would have died if
My
his brother
boys.
wasn't
My
there.
murdering boys.
So, yeah, the family realizes that Tristen will be blamed for all the deaths, and he does ask Alfred to take care of his children. But in the end, they just bury the bodies and dump the car in the river, and that's basically it. And
It's
so,
ridiculous. And watch over my kids. Oh my God, really? Awful.
why?
Okay, so
Well, he's saying, like, if I get, hung for this, will you make sure my kids are
and you
taken
say,
care of?
no, I'm not raising your kids. You stole my wife, you jerk. No, I'm not raising your freaking kids. Get a nanny,
yeah.
you monster.
Because, like, after Susanna kills herself, he's like, you win, I'm bringing her home or something.
Right.
I'm like, oh, dang.
Again, yeah, the dialogue is just too on the nose for me.
Yeah. So one stab in his narration says that Tristen lived to watch his children and grandchildren grow.
Yes.
And one stab observes that it was the people Tristen loved and wanted to protect the most that died young. And so he lived to be an old man and basically died by the grizzly bear.
And the last line is, it was a good death. I'm like, yeah, for Bart the bear, it was a delicious death. He finally got to eat Tristen. He's been after that meat for 40 years. And thus concludes this nutty film.
That was 2 hours and 12 minutes of Legends of the Fall.
But it still feels like there's a lot of stuff missing. It really does.
Yeah.
So did you look it up? Is there a director's cut? Is there an extended version? There's gotta be. And if there isn't one, people want it. Because this thing was a big hit. That took me off guard. Because the reviews for this thing were really bad. It opened up at Christmas time. It was like January of 95. And, it opened big. It was like 14 million in January. That was really big. And the movie played well into summer. It was like a surprise blockbuster. And then I finally got to see it. I'm like, well, I don't get it at all. I don't know why people like this movie so much, but it's a favorite. People love this film.
Yeah, because
of Brad Pitt and that scene where he's like, I could wear a shirt in this scene, or Tristen has an aversion to shirts.
Because it was kind of, it's an epic, the cinematography is great, the music is great.
Well, that's without
you have
question.
All these amazing actors.
Yeah, the movie won the Oscar for Best Cinematography. John Toll shot it, and it's incredible. I mean, the sense of what you can capture in that camera. Just you're looking at miles of land. The mountains that are in the background, miles away. It is gorgeous. It's a beautiful film. It is. It's a pleasure to watch. It's a pleasant pleasure to listen to.
Okay, so there's only like minutes added.
Wow.
Like 2 minutes and 14 seconds of the bear attack at the beginning of the film. And then 1 additional minute at the end of Tristan's return.
That's ridiculous. There should be a lot more.
Yeah.
Edward Zwick recently wrote a book about the making of all of his movies, and he mentioned this film. He spoke about that he had a difficult time working with Brad Pitt. And I remember Pitt saying in an interview years ago that he's not comfortable with this movie because there's a scene in it he doesn't like that he asked the director to take out because he's like, I wasn't very good in that scene, and it's in the movie.
Which scene?
We don't know.
Oh.
But pick one.
Aw. Is it the one where we can tell his beard is fake?
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the scene where he's just like screaming for no reason at the orgy. I don't know.
Is it where he's crying at the grave of his brother? And
See, there's a lot of things to pick from. Because I'm sorry, but this is just, I think Pitt's performance serves the purpose, but it's just not one of the great Brad Pitt performances, especially considering what was just right around the corner.
Yeah.
Because this was the end of his long-haired, goddess. No, actually, that's not true. That's not true. 7 Years in Tibet, and then Troy. Remember Troy?
Yes. No, I don't think I ever saw it, actually.
You will love Troy.
I do. See, I do love an epic, and that's what this is. And a little melodrama,
No one wears a shirt in
And,
Troy.
like,
You will love that film.
Unrequited love.
Beefy dudes fighting over. It's just like this movie. It's beefy dudes fighting over Diane Kruger. It's this
okay.
movie all over again, except it's in Greece or Rome. I don't care. I hated Troy.
Okay, so how many stars did you give it?
When it came out, I gave it 2. Watching it with you, I'm like, 1.5 stars.
Whoa, it went down.
I'm taking it down. This movie's stupid. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give it 3 stars.
Oh, 3. Oh, that hurts. Oh, God. I feel like I've fallen on the fence like Henry Thomas. Oh, God. 3 stars for this. Jeez.
There's a lot that I like about it, and very little that I don't like.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
No, you've always loved this film. And even watching it with you last night, a few times I said, I apologize. I know you like this. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ruin it for you.
And I did cry. Like, I got teary.
Yes, I know. And I'm like, I can't believe you're crying at this. I can't believe this bears your tears.
I know, but it's so good.
You know, Zwick has done a couple epics. I love Glory. Glory is, I think, a near perfect movie. And, you know, it's not a favorite now, but I still like The Last Samurai. He did that one.
You know, I think I try to find like more meaning in the movie than there actually is. Because every time I watch it, I think like, yeah, you know, like the whole thing about him cursing God and then everybody dying, you know, like I'm like, oh, maybe there's like a lesson here. But I don't know if there is.
I think there is. I think you're right about that. I think the movie has mythic themes. I just don't think it earns it. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I think all those things you're talking about are there.
I think that's fair for the most part. Because there could have, like I said, it's a little surfacey. They could have added more inner life to all of the characters. We don't know why the mom left. We don't know, you know, like...
That's the thing. It's like, it's all this... These
like,
are shells. We don't know... I mean, I would like to know who Pet and Decker are. If they were compelling characters, that would be interesting if they're sharing this world with them.
Exactly.
Same thing with Sylvia, too, and all of them. I think
Isabel, too.
Excuse me, Isabel, too. Sorry. Isabel, too. You know, it's the fact that they're all living in this same ranch house in this little microcosm of a world
and
together,
we never find
out
why Decker is an outlaw.
And why is one stab, like, you know, living with this guy, like, you know, what is the appeal as well as what is, you know, the passion of staying here and watching this family grow up? No, I that's the thing. It's like, I haven't read the Harrison novella. I wonder if it's all
Maybe you could get
there.
me that from the library.
It's not hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll read it and then I'll tell you. I'll report back to our
Harrison
listeners.
is a good writer. I just feel the execution here is clumsy. Like I said, like there's all these. I mean, like the bit, like, you know, reading the end credits is like shot in Jamaica. Where there's that scene where you see Tristen on the beach and he's apparently talking to indigenous people. It's like, oh man, like why aren't we seeing this? There's so much. The editing.
We watch the seasons change more than we get to hear about people's inner feelings.
And when people talk about their inner feelings, I mean, it is like a group therapy session.
Right.
And I don't know. And honestly, look, like, again, this is the age of quill and ink. So I don't know if people were genuinely that more forthcoming at this point in human history, or if it's strictly the screenwriter going, let's just lay it all out, because if we don't do it now, it's just going to be another letter going back and forth.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there's beauty in this film. It's certainly entertaining. It is. But as a story, I think it's sloppy. And in terms of the editing, I just feel like we're constantly seeing a bigger, better, sharper movie that this movie just completely leaves out of focus. And when it does have those big moments, sometimes I was laughing because it's like, I don't feel like it earned it often.
Yeah.
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 But it's powerful. It still affects you. You still love the movie.
I still love
Good.
it. I'll probably still watch it again in, you know, like 10 years. I'll probably watch it again.
You know what? I'm going to come home from work, whatever that looks like, and you and Beatrice are going to be watching it together.
Yeah, like when she's older.
Oh, you're watching Legends of the Fall together? Oh, God.
Yeah, when she's older.
I'll be in the back watching Weekend at Bernie's. Anything other than this. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll sheepishly come in and be like, well, it's not that bad, and then I'll watch it with you.
It'll just, every time we watch it, it'll
Beatrice
lose
will
a
be like,
half a
Dad,
star.
why are you crying? I'm not crying.
All right.
So 3 stars for you, 1.5 for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think we did it. All right. Well, that concludes our discussion of Legends of the Fall.